Well, welcome back to the joy of treasure hunting, guys. I am out here at our local park, and this time we're going to see what shows up on the Nokta Legend in that VDI or target ID range of 20 to 30. Now, if you've already seen the other videos, you know that we're marching our way down the scale. We were starting at that high tone, moving to the mid tones, and now we're going towards those lower tones. If you haven't seen those videos yet, go and look in the description for links to those, the 30 and above and the 40 and above. Today we're going to spend about the same amount of time that we did out here during the search for 30s and the search for 40s, and we're going to see what kind of things can we dig up in that range of 20 to 30. Should be quite interesting to see what we find, and who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and find us a ring. I sure hope so. So let's get into it, and no, let me rephrase that. Let's dig into it together. Okay, so for this hunt, we've got everything turned down volume-wise except for that range of target IDs between 20 and 30. That's going to ring out real loud. And we're just going to come around this little area. I know I'm not going to leave a very big area digging this trashy park in that range. So this is the same area where I did the digging for the 30 to 40 and the 40 and above. And so we'll be able to compare the same sort of things from the same type of park in the same little general area. And hopefully we'll find something cool. But today I'm in park mode, M2. And like I said, I'm just going to focus on that VDI range in between the 20 to 30. So let's get started and see what we can find. And as suspected, it doesn't take very long. Now, I'm going to only go after repeatable signals. So there's a whole lot of trash here. And so there's a repeatable 29. Okay. Well, 2829. So let's see what that is. I'll bring you back when I get it. Well, 2829. Nice little beaver tail. Nice. I had a nice repeatable 2122, and it looks like the mouth opening of a can. It's a nice repeatable 2425. It's typically in the range of a nickel, so let's see. Too deep for the pinpointer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A little piece of can slaw. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Can slaw, 2425. Just dug some can slaw right here, and I'm getting another exact same signal, 2425, right here. Everything within me would say, don't dig it. It's another piece of can slaw. But we're going to do it anyway, guys, because you never know. Too deep for the pinpointer. Okay. So was the last one. And some people might wonder why I don't use a big shovel. Well, I just haven't gotten used to it yet. I plan to. I just haven't gotten used to it yet. Oh, there's a chunk of rock. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Did I miss it? No. Oh, there it is. What we got, guys? That's a fancy looking beaver tail. Let's see if that's it. Ringing up 25 for the triangle shaped beaver tail. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, another repeatable 2829. We got us another pull tab. Had a nice repeatable 29 here, and we got ourselves a square tab. Here we go with another repeatable 2829, and we got us a beaver tail pull tab. Okay, finally something worth digging. We got a repeatable 2526, and it is a nice Jefferson nickel. So first coin, and it was surrounded by other 2827s. I'm going to dig those up here, and I'll bet you that's all trash. But you gotta pick through the trash if you want these nickels. This was a repeatable 1920, and it is a rusty bottle top. Figured I'd let you guys hear how trashy this area is. And even though I'm just got this thing set to go off on 20s, as you can see, I'm not even having to leave a 10-foot circle around my truck here. So, you know, one negative thing about doing these specific especially low tones like this, is you're going to get stuck. If it's a trashy area, you're going to get stuck in that area, a very small area, for a very long time, digging all those targets. So hopefully that will help you guys decide, and I'll show you here a wrap up. I have been a little bit slow on this dig, and so you'll see how many finds that I found in the last couple of hours here, and we'll compare that to our 30s and 40s that we found at the same little area here, and then we can make a decision. Do we want to be digging these low tones, this 20 to 30 range, or not? So let's go see what we found, and you be the judge. Okay, so it's time for our wrap up. Spent about 2 hours, about the same amount of time that I spent out there in the park for the 30s and 40s tests, and this was the 20s test. So let's see what we dug up that rang up on the Nokta Legend between 20 and 30 on the target ID. And here we go. As we might have expected, we got quite a bunch of pull tabs of different types. And interestingly, these beaver tails, so a lot of them rang up right in there in that 25 range, which is where the only coin that we tend to find in our modern parks is going to be found in that 25 range, is the nickel on the Nokta Legend. Few pieces of can slaw. You know, what's interesting is remember I was only digging things that had a good consistent response on the legend from two different directions, and so it minimized the amount of can slaw, because a lot of times these can slaw pieces will be some real weird irregular shape like that, and if you go over it one way it'll have a certain ring, and if you go over it another it'll have a different. And so I was just kind of ignoring those weird tones, the clippy tones like that. Got a handful of rusty bottle caps. I did not turn on the bottle cap discrimination on this particular timeout, but I did do that on the 30 and above video, so go watch that if you want to see some bottle cap elimination, and that worked really well, by the way. We got one, maybe this is some kind of an insulator, looks like perhaps the top of a shock absorber. You got some metal ring here, and then a rubber gasket. And like I said, one nickel, just in the time that we were out. So why, you know, I've got a question. Why would we even bother going out here and looking for this sort of stuff? I mean, this is all trash, really, isn't it? Well, I'll show you why we bother digging those tones that are showing up between 20 and 30 or 30 and 40 or whatever. And this is why. So this is just a handful of things out of my finds. See, these are some of the finds that I've had, and my wife's drawer of jewelry here that ring up in that 20 to 30 range. And this is why we dig this stuff, is so we can get this stuff. We get the jewelry. You know, it's just one of those things that you've got to do. If you want to get the good stuff, you want to get the jewelry, the rings, all the things that people say, hey, did you dig up anything cool today? You got to dig the trash. I mean, there's just no way around it. I don't know. So Hopefully you guys learned something today about the Nokta Legend in that 20 to 30 range. I know I did. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you haven't seen the 30 to 40 range or the 40 and above range at a trashy park, go see those videos in my description. And again, I just appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch these things, learn with me, and leave me some comments down below what you find in that 20 to 30 range. I'm interested to see what other areas show there. Y'all have a wonderful day. That's all for this one. God bless.